All right, let's talk about what is and has been one of the biggest stories in college basketball all year, and it is this run by the Michigan Wolverines, who is now in the Final Four. And if you've watched this tournament at all, you know this hasn't been just a good run. It's been a dominant statement that Michigan might actually be the best team left standing after March Madness is over with. Because think about where this team is right now. Okay. Michigan just punched its ticket to the Final Four after absolutely dismantling Tennessee in the Elite Eight, winning 95-62, a game that turned into a blowout long before the final buzzer. I mean, analysts were stunned. I watched the game. It wasn't even close. Yaxel Lendenberg led the way with 27 points. Kadu controlled the game with 10 assists. As the Wolverines showcased balance, unselfish play style, these are all things that have defined their season. And the scary part for the rest of the field is that this wasn't a one-game explosion, okay? Michigan has been steamrolling teams all season, all tournament long. They became the first team in NCAA history to score at least 90 points and win by double digits in 4 straight tournament games, which tells you everything about how dangerous this team is on both ends of the floor. They're the favorite to win it all, which is not a surprise. And so today, the conversation almost immediately becomes this. Are they on a hot streak? Or are we actually watching a national championship team come together at exactly the right time? Because there are some analysts that are not picking them. There are. But right now, the numbers and the eye test say this team is very real. The Wolverines sit at 35-3 on the season, and they've beaten elite competition all year long. Their defense has been suffocating. They have tons of height on this team. Their offense has been explosive. And the balance across the roster has made them incredibly difficult to game plan against. When one player has an off night, someone else steps up. When opponents focus on stopping the inside game, Michigan burns them from the perimeter. When teams try to slow the pace down, Michigan pushes the tempo and overwhelms them. That balance is the biggest reason analysts believe this team has a legitimate shot to cut down the nets. But the road to the championship still has a major obstacle, and it comes immediately in the Final Four. Michigan's next opponent is the Arizona Wildcats, another number 1 seed that has been just as impressive throughout the tournament. Arizona reached the Final Four after beating Purdue in the Elite Eight, setting up what many analysts are calling the real national championship game before the national championship game. Because most folks believe that the winner of the Michigan-Arizona game is going to win it all. They do not feel that way quite about UConn, and Illinois is probably the weakest team in the tournament at this point, even though, congrats to them, Big Ten, they're getting close. But this isn't just hype. The betting markets have essentially said the same thing. Michigan and Arizona currently sit as co-favorites to win the national championship. Both around plus 175 odds, with Illinois and UConn slightly behind them. And so, in other words, the winner of Michigan versus Arizona immediately becomes the favorite to win the entire tournament. That's the stage we're at now. And when you break down the matchup, it's fascinating. Arizona brings a powerful inside-out game and veteran guards who can control the tempo. Michigan counters with size, defensive versatility, and an offense that can explode in waves. In fact, early projections give Michigan a slight edge, with analytics models projecting something like a 1-point game in the Wolverines' favor. So it's expected to be close. But what makes Michigan especially dangerous right now isn't just talent, it's momentum. You can see it when you watch them. You can feel it. The confidence, the rhythm, the way the ball moves. This team is playing with the kind of chemistry that often defines championship runs in March. They're not relying on one superstar to carry them. Obviously, Lendenberg is tremendous, but they're getting contributions across the lineup. Now, in the win over Tennessee, Multiple players scored in double digits, while Cadu orchestrated the offense and the defense shut down one of the better scoring teams in the country. And when teams have that kind of balance in the tournament, they're extremely dangerous. Another reason Michigan's chances look strong is the coaching factor. Head coach Dusty May has proven he knows how to navigate March. And before arriving at Michigan, he took Florida Atlantic to a shocking Final Four run in 2023. And now, in just his second year with the Wolverines, he has taken them back on college basketball's biggest stage. That kind of tournament experience matters when every possession is magnified, because once you reach the Final Four, the margins become razor thin. One cold shooting night, one foul problem, one late turnover, those moments can decide a national champion. And historically, this is a stage where Michigan has had heartbreak. The Wolverines have made several deep tournament runs over the decades, including the iconic Fab Five era in the early 1990s and a national championship appearance in 2013. But winning the title has been elusive. Michigan has lost multiple championship games over the years, and the program is still chasing another definitive moment in March. That history is part of what makes this run so compelling. Now, if Michigan can get past Arizona and reach the championship game, they would face either the Illinois Fighting Illini or the UConn Huskies men's basketball teams. Both are talented teams. But analysts widely believe the Michigan-Arizona semifinal may feature the two strongest squads left in the entire tournament. And that's why some experts are already saying Michigan might have the highest ceiling of any team remaining. When they're clicking, they look nearly unstoppable. Elite defense combined with an offense capable of scoring 90 points on anybody. That's not just good basketball. That's championship basketball. Now, of course, March Madness is famous for chaos. Upsets happen. I think we all know that. I think we all know that shooters get hot. Underdogs find magic. I mean, look at what happened yesterday in the UConn game. Incredible. But at this point in the tournament, the teams that usually survive are the ones that are complete. Teams that defend, share the ball, stay composed when things get tight. Michigan checks all those boxes. So when you ask the question right now, what are Michigan's chances to win the national championship? I think the answer is simple. They're not just contenders. They're arguably the team to beat. But I'm going to tell you, the real test is coming next. Because the difference between a great season and a legendary one is 2 games, 2 nights, 40 minutes each. That's the difference. Beat Arizona, and suddenly Michigan is playing for a national title. Win that final game, and this team goes down in history as one of the greatest runs the program has ever had, full stop. And based on how they're playing right now, it's very possible we're watching something special unfold in real time. Keep it locked. We're going to cover it all. You're listening to Midnight Sports Detroit.